All of us at some point will need to create an accurate estimate. You don't actually want to directly estimate how long something will take. When it comes to creating estimates, you want to estimate effort, derive duration. So for example, when you're confronting a task, don't try to think through, how long will this task take me? You instead want to estimate effort. How big of an effort is this task? So let me show you an example of how this works. My background is actually as a creative and video director. The majority of the teams that I've built and managed have been video production teams. And as you can imagine, in that capacity, I often needed to have an accurate idea of how much time it would take to produce various forms of different kinds of video content. Here's how I apply these principles to develop a model that I could use to create accurate and intuitive estimates for all that work that we did. First, I'd create a scale using t-shirt sizes. Extra small, small, medium, large, all the way up to extra large. Then I would work with my team to calibrate this scale. We'd look through our completed projects and ask ourselves, if we had to pick one project in particular, which project represents what we would call a good example of a medium-sized effort. So we would take one of those videos that we would say, this probably represents the medium of all the different kinds of projects that we work on, a medium-sized effort to produce this kind of video. Then we take a sampling of all our other video projects and calibrate them into the scale. Well, if this was a medium, then other projects would probably be things like maybe this one's a small or this one's a large, maybe this one would be an extra large. Once you have a calibrated scale, each project will also have subtasks that will have their own scales. So in my case, these were things that were like script writing, production, editing, visual effects. Those all also have their own scales that need to be calibrated in a similar way. What size of effort was this video script process? Was it a small, medium, or large compared to others? All your projects on your scale should have effort sizes applied to them now as well. Now at this point is where you'll need to have historical data to apply to your scale. Your system, your team needs to have a sense. It needs to be tracking and recording historical data for how long these different projects took to accomplish. So what we would do is we did track the granular data for how long it would take us to perform these tasks as we did them. With historical data associated with these aspects of your projects, what this gives you is a model of your productive reality. For us, this helped each time we had a new project scope in that we needed to estimate on how long it would take us to produce. Instead of estimating duration, we would estimate effort and then derive duration. We'd take a look at that project and say, okay, let's see, this project has a script, it has a shoot, there's an editing stage, we're gonna do some VFX and coloring. What size of effort do these feel like? Let's estimate the effort. Well, it feels like it's going to have a small script and it'll probably have a large shoot. This looks like a medium-sized effort for editing. Color grading is going to be just a medium-sized effort, and there's just a couple shots we need to do for VFX, a small effort for VFX at the end of the video. With that in mind, based on our model of past performance, we can derive that a video like this would probably fit right in the space between 122 and 135 hours to produce. And that method for estimating worked very well for us. All the video projects that I scoped and directed this way were completed on time and under budget. The key to working this way, however, is that your team needs to have the right senses to sense the right data and track that data appropriately. You need to be recording your historical data. But once you have that information, you can apply it using correct principles to show you a map of how capable your specific team is in getting work done. So for our team, this made estimation, which is something for many teams is very difficult, very obscure, lots of guessing, lots of crazy calculators, and usually inaccurate. It was very easy for us to understand exactly how long it would take for us to make this kind of scope of video and quickly make accurate estimates because we had sensed the information we needed to create an accurate map of our reality.